August 20th, 2007. Jedediah Island, British Columbia, Canada. A 12-year-old girl is walking the beach. She sees something. She walks closer. Size 12. Men's. A white running shoe. Inside it, a human foot. No leg. No body. Just a foot. Police were called. A forensic investigation was opened. Conclusion unknown. 6 months later, another foot. Different beach. 60 kilometers away. Then a third. A fourth. A fifth. The count today stands at 16. All found inside shoes. All confirmed human. Not one body has ever been recovered. This video is not going to tell you this is a mystery that can't be solved. This video is going to give you the darkest answer science has, and then ask you whether that answer is actually more disturbing than the mystery. The Salish Sea is an inland waterway system in the Pacific Northwest, separating Vancouver Island from mainland Canada and the northern United States. It is cold, deep. Its currents are unpredictable and poorly mapped in many sections. Every single foot recovered since 2007 came from these waters, and they share details that forensic analysts cannot ignore. 1. All footwear is modern athletic shoes. Nothing antique. Nothing industrial. 2. The majority are right feet. 3. Bones show natural decomposition, not cuts, not breaks, not trauma. 4. Several feet have been matched by DNA to the same individual. DNA testing has been performed on every find. Several have been matched to missing persons databases, but the majority remain unidentified. No signs of violence. No crime scene evidence. No charges filed. Ever. So let's ask the question the tabloids avoid because it deflates a good conspiracy. How does a foot detach from a body without any violence at all? Forensic biology has a precise answer to this. When a human body enters cold water, decomposition follows a predictable sequence. Soft tissue breaks down. Connective tissue weakens. Joints, particularly the ankle, eventually separate. This process, in cold water, can take years, sometimes decades. Here is the key detail. A shoe protects the foot. It slows decomposition on the foot specifically. And because modern running shoes are built with foam and air pockets, they float. So the body sinks. The shoe floats. The current takes it wherever it wants. Sometimes that's 200 kilometers away. Sometimes it takes 3 years. Sometimes 15. This is not a murder mystery. This is fluid dynamics and decomposition chemistry. But here is what that scientific explanation does not answer. Why are so many people ending up in this specific body of water? 3 theories. 3 explanations. None of them comfortable. And none of them mutually exclusive. Theory 1. Suicide clustering. The Pacific Northwest has one of the highest rates of water-related suicide deaths in North America. The bridges spanning the Salish Sea waterways, particularly the Pattullo Bridge and the Lions Gate Bridge in Vancouver, have been documented sites of suicide for decades. When a body enters the water from a bridge, it doesn't stay where it lands. The currents of Salish Sea are complex, unpredictable, and in some sections completely unmapped. A body can travel hundreds of kilometers in months. In cold water, that process slows dramatically. A body can drift for years. Investigative journalist Robert Kieser's 2012 analysis cross-referenced DNA-identified cases with missing persons reports. The correlation with individuals categorized as suicide risks was significant. This is the most scientifically credible explanation. It is supported by data, but it does not account for every foot, and it does not answer why several identified individuals had no documented risk factors whatsoever. Theory 2. The 2004 bus crash. In October 2004, a Greyhound bus lost control near Chilliwack, British Columbia, and plunged into the Fraser River. 3 passengers were killed. Their bodies were never fully recovered. The Fraser River feeds directly into the Salish Sea. Forensic oceanographers modeled the current paths from the crash site, and the trajectory is consistent with the recovery locations of several unidentified feet found between 2007 and 2011. At least 1 foot has been evaluated as potentially consistent with the victim of this crash, which means that foot spent years, possibly 3 years, traveling through this waterway system before washing ashore. 3 years. In the ocean. Inside a shoe. But even this accounts for only 2 or 3 of the 16 finds. The pattern is larger than one crash. The feet kept coming long after 2007. They are still coming. Theory 3. Organized crime disposal. This theory has never been officially confirmed. It has also never been officially ruled out. The Greater Vancouver area experienced a dramatic spike in gang-related violence between 2007 and 2010. Dozens of homicides, shootings in public spaces, and an unusually high number of victims who simply vanished. Retired law enforcement officials have stated on record that the Salish Sea is a known disposal site for organized crime in the Pacific Northwest. The logic is straightforward: no body, no crime scene, no forensic evidence, no case. But there's a problem with this theory. If you dispose of a body in the ocean, the shoes come back. Organized crime is meticulous. They know this, which raises a question no investigator has been able to answer. If some of these feet belong to homicide victims, why were the shoes left on? 3 theories, all of them supported by some evidence, none of them supported by enough. And every year, the ocean sends another one. The case doesn't close. It grows. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police continue to hold this case open. The BC Coroners Service maintains an active database. DNA technology improves every year, and with it, the chances of identification. As of today, some families finally know what happened to people they spent years searching for. Some do not. Most do not. Think about what that means. Somewhere right now, there's a family that has been waiting for years. They filed a missing persons report. They called. They searched. And the answer, when it finally came, was a shoe. On a beach. Miles from anywhere. That is the reality behind every single one of these 16 cases. Not a mystery. Not a conspiracy. A person. A family. A silence that lasted years. The science is settled. We know how the feet travel. We know why the shoes float. We know why the bodies never surface. The ocean is cold enough, deep enough, and dark enough to keep everything else. Forever. 16 feet. 16 people. And the ocean floor holds everything we will never find. The case doesn't close. It grows. And somewhere out there, right now, another shoe is drifting towards shoreline. We just don't know which one yet. If the ocean unsettles you, wait until you hear what the forest has been hiding for the same 20 years.